Hello, hello. As solopreneurs, we live in meetings, client calls, discovery calls, podcast interviews, webinars, and in every single one of them, we're trying to do two things at once: be present and listen, and type or scribble notes so that we don't forget the important stuff. The result? We end up doing both poorly. We half listen and we take bad notes. What if you could be 100% present in every conversation, fully focused on the other person, building that relationship, all while knowing that your own personal AI assistant was silently taking perfect notes for you? My podcast guest and I have been using these workflows, and they are complete game changers. Today, I'm going to show you how to use AI on your Mac, from built-in tools to amazing third-party apps, to automatically transcribe and, more importantly, summarize your meetings and calls, saving you hours every single week. So let's start with the simplest use case: capturing your own ideas. Maybe you're not in a meeting, you're just brainstorming. Personally, I love my iPad and Apple Pencil for this, but the problem has always been, how do you make those handwritten notes useful? You can't necessarily search them, you can't necessarily copy-paste them into a proposal. Well, as my guest Joe Casabona explained in episode 114, Apple Notes has a powerful AI feature that can help you with this.
I've started using Apple Notes again. And while I love Bear Notes, I am getting my Markdown fix from Obsidian. And I find that just like input into Apple Notes is a little bit faster. So when I want to capture something quickly, Notes is there. But something I've been using a whole lot is the convert written handwriting to text. It's really good. So I'll write a note on my iPad and then I'll be able to grab the text and put it somewhere else, on my Mac. So that's been kind of a game changer for me, because I love writing handwritten notes and I hate moving them to a digital thing later.
That handwriting to text is brilliant for your own thoughts. But what about capturing what other people say? This is where it gets really powerful, especially for those unscheduled phone calls. You're on your iPhone, a client calls, and they drop 3 critical action items. What do? Well, back in episode 139, my guest, Anthony Franco, shared a workflow that he calls a superpower. And I have to agree, it starts with recording the call on his iPhone, which automatically transcribes it into Apple Notes. But that's not even the magic part.
I can record phone calls, it'll transcribe it for me, and then I can put the transcription into ChatGPT and it'll summarize it for me. So I don't have to take notes anymore on phone calls. I just record them and it gives me a great summary. So I don't have to I can be focused in on the conversation and the human being that I'm talking to, knowing that somebody's there to capture the information so I can refer to it later. It's a superpower. It's magical.
And so is it linked now to the voice memo, or is it integrated with the phone?
It drops it in. This is odd. So it's a great question, because it took me a second to find the recording. So there's a little record button now for phone calls. So you just hit the record button and it records it, and it drops it into notes.
Okay.
So then you go into notes and it'll transcribe it for you.
How amazing is that? No more note-taking, just focusing on the conversation. That final step, using ChatGPT to summarize the transcript, is the real time saver. But okay, what about our scheduled Zoom meetings? Manually recording, waiting for the transcript, and then uploading it to ChatGPT is still a few steps. This is where dedicated AI note takers come in. These tools are designed to be your silent, automated meeting assistant. My guests from episode 126 and 127, Wayne Pelletier and Jen Rulon, both use apps specifically for this.
A local app I like is called Granola. It's like a AI transcription app. It's really good for recording things, recording voice, recording calls locally. It's a bit of a game changer when it comes to sort of making notes for me from my calls and my meetings.
I do use, what is it called? Fathom. And that's an AI little note taker, which is fantastic with my clients. But I believe that's mostly online as well. So
so there's a local app, there's a Fathom app that runs on the Mac continuously. You gave it most probably access to a calendar, so it knows when you have Zoom meetings. And then what is nice with Fathom, because I'm using it as well from time to time, is that it will pop up in the top right corner a few minutes before the meeting. And
yes.
Actually starting the Zoom session is very quick. You click on a button and so there is a local component. There is a Mac app component, which lives most of the time in the menu bar at the top. But then Fathom is actually recording the Zoom session, and the recording is online. And then the summary, the transcriptions and so on, that is, it's through the browser that we access it, right?
Exactly.
And what is nice, what I discovered is that Fathom automatically can send an email to the guests, to the other people in the Zoom session, and with the link to the recording, right? I think it's not fully automatic, but it's because I have the free plan. I don't know if you pay. I have the free plan, and it's not automatic, but it's just a button to click. And I can do that immediately after the meeting. I click on the button, and then the other people, they get a link to the recording.
Sure.
Tools like Fathom and Granola are fantastic because they plug right into your calendar. They just show up, do their job, and provide a summary. Being able to send that recording link to your guest right after the call is also a massive professional touch. The goal here isn't just to create more data, it's to save you time and, more importantly, mental energy. Imagine ending a client call and having a summary with action items before you've even closed the Zoom window. That's what these tools do. You stop being a typist and start being a fully present solopreneur. On a side note, I have created a super quick quiz to help you find out at which stage of your AI journey you might be. In less than 2 minutes, you will discover whether you are an AI dabbler, an integrator, or a full-on automator. After answering 12 questions, you will get your personal AI archetype. But more importantly, 3 simple, practical next steps that you can take today. Find out where you stand at macpreneur.com/AI stage in one word. That's macpreneur.com/AI stage. And until next time, I'm Damien Schreurs, wishing you a great day.
Thank you for watching the Macpreneur podcast. If you've enjoyed the show, please leave a comment and share it with a friend right now.